Y'all like that beat?
Yeah, but that could be a tough situation.
Well, when it happens in basketball, everybody's like, "Oh no!"
I can jump on the I'm not
Well, last night.
Welcome to another edition of the Man Experience. As always, I am Desmond Mosby, and I got my brothers here with me. Fellas, say hi to the people.
What's happening?
So it's been a while since we last came on. I know, and I do apologize. It's been my fault. But we've had some little things here going on. We're going to be back on our consistent bi-weekly basis moving forward. So obviously our next episode after this will be in 2 weeks, and we reassure you to tune in certainly at that point as we get everything back going. But we are back again today for episode 2 of this particular season. And this episode is really focused on just personal opinions about a question that I have for the fellas. We all here, I believe, are people that love music, that love entertainment, that love to be entertained. And I just had a question that I wanted to ask the fellas concerning that, and I think there might be some controversial answers. I at least know that I'm going to provide a controversial answer that the fellas probably won't agree with, and that the audience probably won't agree with either. So I'm excited to get into that discussion. But first, obviously, I want to get into what's kind of been happening around the world of news. So let's go ahead and get into our weekend review. So it looks like, fellas, to me that obviously this is going to be the case moving forward. Biden, Trump, 2024, after a Super Tuesday victory, Donald Trump actually now currently sits over 1,000 delegates of the 1,200 delegates that are required for the nomination. And so, and with that being said, at this point, everyone's dropped out of the race. So, again, he only needs maybe less than 200 individuals, 200 delegates for the nomination. And so it does look like we are gearing towards a Biden-Trump rematch for 2024. Not sure if anybody wants to say anything in regards to that, but I will say this. What's interesting to me has been the conversation around Biden's age, and I get that. I understand he's old, but Donald Trump ain't no spring chicken. I think it's only 4 years that actually separates them, if I'm not mistaken. 4 to 6, it's around that. So he's no spring chicken either. Both of them are old by my standards. So I mean, there is that. But I don't know. Does anybody else have anything that they want to say about Biden Trump 2024?
We did this before.
We have.
We said everything that needed to be said last time.
We have. But I know Blake is always Blake. I know you got something to say.
All I have to say is that Trump could full well win at this point, and that's pretty scary. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think I said that some time ago. And yeah, so here we are, 2024. You didn't think it would happen, and here we are, all over again. Boom. Now, March Madness is fastly approaching. For anybody that doesn't know what that is college basketball at its finest. As a Tar Heel fan, this is like one of my favorite times of the year. Even though my bracket is always busted, I just get so excited about the probability and the likelihood, simply because it's one of the opportunities where Cinderellas could come out of nowhere and maybe do something, right? Like, so I get excited about March Madness. It starts on Tuesday, March 19th. My Tar Heels beat the Duke Blue Devils last night. If you didn't see it, shame on you. But we won. I know I've said on here time and time again. I know my brother Fernando always gets on me about being a Dallas Cowboys fan, but I'm a bigger Tar Heels fan than I am a Cowboys fan. So I'm happy about them giving it to Duke yesterday, last night in Cameron Indoor Stadium, as a matter of fact. And I will always shout out that the best player ever to play the game of basketball came from North Carolina. So there you go. That's my take. Nobody has anything they want to say. Moving on to the next thing.
One thing.
Go ahead. Oh, he gonna say something. Go ahead.
This is more of a fun fact. Only
Go
one
ahead.
time in the history of the tournament has a 16 seed beat a 1 seed, right?
Uh-huh.
And you know who that is? What team lost?
UVA.
Yep, UVA.
And that
a
was
fellow ACC team, right?
what year was that?
That was pretty recent. What, 3 years?
Yeah, that was like
3
within the
years.
last 3 years, right?
They won the championship, and that and then the next year they lost to the 16th seed.
Yeah, because I literally remember all the UVA fans coming out the woodwork at that point. Like I was seeing so many UVA fans that I had never seen before, coming out the woodwork talking about, yeah, UVA, yeah, this our year, and we're gonna get it next year too. Boom, 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 and yeah. So interesting.
I'll say this: just living in Richmond, and like obviously we're in March right now, but I have started to see the rivalry between UR and VCU, and that's kind of a very underrated basketball rivalry because the two schools are usually pretty good. And
VCU had that run in the tournament not too long ago too, right? It's been like 10 years.
2 years ago.
Both teams, I think, didn't they both make the Elite Eight? I believe a couple, like maybe 10 years ago.
I want to say you're right.
Yeah. So I've seen, how passionate college basketball is living here. So
well, you've seen how passionate it was living there, but you also saw how passionate it was living in Greensboro. And that whole aspect of Carolina being there and Duke being there, NC State. I mean, it's big.
Did you by the way tell them about the website I showed you, and if any of them know it, or if Blake or Jamon or Fernando knows it?
I don't know if they do, because I don't think they're as passionate about or hate Duke as much as I do. There's a website, didDukeWin.com, and if you click on it, and I'll put it in the chat for you fellas, but if you click on it, it says no. Yes, and look, literally, I could go back on Facebook right now, so everybody recognizes and knows about your Facebook memories. I can go back on Facebook right now, and 10, 12 years ago, all my news feed said during this time was something related to March Madness. Whether it was my Tar Heels, whoever was in the tournament, whatever the case was, all of my feeds back then were related to March Madness. So it was crazy. I remember being so involved in bracketology and just being excited about, where I was working at the time. We would post a big bracket, and I had the honor of just going and writing the teams as they lost. Like, that was so exciting for me. So like, I love this time of year. It's phenomenal. All right. So next thing,
Hey,
Mike Tyson, go ahead.
One last thing. You mentioned the greatest player of all time playing at UNC. You're talking about Stackhouse, right?
Ooh,
I'm
that's
just
blasphemy.
messing with you.
That's blasphemy.
Muted.
Blasphemy.
I'm back now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely blasphemy. Don't come there. And we can argue others too. We can argue that Antoine Jameson was at least decent. We can argue that Carter was playing in the dunk contest. All UNC Tar Heel players. And we had some that fell off, Raymond Fulton and Sean May and Rashad McCants, who now does podcasts. But we had some heavy hitters, all right? And that's all I'm saying about it. Fernando, don't say nothing else.
No, y'all had
Tyson
a lot.
Paul, July 20th on Netflix. How y'all feeling about this fight? My brother Blake was the one that shared it with me.
I hope it's real. And I hope Paul get.
Nando, you didn't say much when we were talking about it, but I wanted to get your opinion on this. It's an exhibition.
Yeah.
They've already agreed to what's going to happen. Well, at least that they're not going to do what Blake is saying he wants them to do. But I mean, I agree with Blake. I would love to see Mike Tyson knock the head off of Jake Paul.
So, you know, I've seen videos of Mike training even before this fight was announced. And, you know, he's obviously still got some speed and power, but he's what, 58 now?
Yeah.
Listen,
it's hard for me to care, to be honest.
Listen, say what you want about him being 58. I just saw 52-year-old Cat Williams running 4.9.
I also saw a 42-year-old Cat Williams getting knocked out by a 13-year-old kid. So
I saw that too. but those are two different things. He can run, he just can't fight. That's why he run well.
But you know, I don't care about Logan Paul. He doesn't do anything for the sport of boxing.
You know, it's not Logan, it's Jake.
Or sorry, Jake. Sorry. And Tyson, you know, I love Tyson, but he's 58. This is going to be like watching Robert De Niro fight. As Jake? What was it when he was 30 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever that Raging Bull, right? As if he was Raging Bull now.
Or Damon Wayans in what was it, The Great White Hype?
Yeah, Great White Hype.
Is
So
this
like I feel you, Blake, but yeah, they've already determined what
he's
Go
got
ahead.
speed and power, but he can't take hits like he used to, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the stamina like he used to.
Yeah, they've literally outlined what that fight is going to be.
Yeah.
Like they've talked about what the rules are, the parameters by which they're going to do this, and so it's not going to happen as much as we want it to. I mean,
I will say I don't put much stock when they say it's exhibition. You know, it's instincts. When you get hit in the face, you felt like he hit you a little too hard.
you might pull off.
Right.
That happened in because that happen in that one of the Floyd Mayweather fights.
Yeah, didn't he face Conor McGregor, right?
Nah, not the
that
Conor
was
fight.
that was a real fight.
Okay.
I know you're talking. I can't remember what you're talking about, but there was an exhibition where somebody hit somebody and they felt.
And his security had to get in the ring.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's possible it could happen, but I mean, that's Iron Mike. It'll be interesting. Are y'all planning to watch? I know
How much
Fernando.
is it? How much is it
I'm
gonna
hoping
be?
it's gonna be short.
You said when is it, Jamon?
No, how much is it?
Probably $100.
I know that's gonna probably be
The
up there.
bigger story is it's the first time Netflix has done a pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's what I'm. So since it's on Netflix,
Yeah, does your subscription count, or is it gonna be
I
paper?
hope
No,
so.
you'd have to pay for it separately.
interesting,
That's gonna be kind
Interesting.
of weird, but
interesting. But it is July 20th on Netflix. So if you have the time and you're interested in watching old man and another dude that doesn't bring nothing to the sport of boxing, dance around the ring and do some pitter patter punches, certainly feel free to watch it. I guess I would probably watch it just because I'm a Tyson fan and I'd just be like, ooh. But yeah, that I mean that's it. That's all I have. Go ahead.
This last Friday, Joshua Anthony fought Francis. I never know how to pronounce it. Ngannou from
The
UFC.
dude with the N.
Yeah, that fought Tyson Fury.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if any of y'all watched it, but Anthony just beat the crap out of him.
Joshua won.
Oh yeah, he knocked him out.
Yeah, I was wondering if he's still alive. Ngannou
Right.
or not. Yeah.
At
I
this
mean-
point, what's next for him?
He should be retiring. The money he made off his last two fights, I think he made like $7 million. You know what it takes to make that in the UFC?
But wasn't there still discussion about him fighting Wilder?
I don't know.
Potentially?
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, if he wants to, I guess he probably could. But why would you?
Yeah, I
Why would you
mean,
want
because
to?
Deontay Wilder has so many blemishes now.
And not that, like, you just got your ass handed to you by Anthony, but you took home $7 million. It's hard to get out of satin sheets, I'm sure, to get your ass whooped.
Well, we'll see. I mean, the world of boxing is crazy right now, so we'll definitely see.
Well, you know, Saudi Arabia has injected a ton of money into it, and so anything could happen.
They've injected a ton of money not only into boxing but wrestling as a whole too. Yeah, and I guess that's where Logan Paul comes in. They're ruining both sports. Let it alone. Well, they're ruining one sport and one sport entertainment. We'll leave it at that. But that's all I have for my weekend review. Was there anything that captured anybody else? Anything big that happened that maybe I missed?
I got one thing that hopefully won't trigger Blake. I saw favorite person is running for Congress again. The one who just got, ejected from Congress.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When was that? When was that?
Santos.
Oh God.
Really?
Oh, we didn't even talk about McConnell. That he's stepping down in what, September?
Down. I mean, that's kind of expected, right? Like the way he's been.
I think after he froze up,
it's expected, but I will say there's obviously more behind that than, because he also came out and endorsed Trump or is planning to endorse Trump. I know we had a conversation about it, and I don't know where it stands right now because I have not been paying attention, but I know there were plans for him to make that endorsement at least. And so, yeah, interesting. Everything is interesting. Everything is interesting. But I want to move certainly into our topic for today, which is episode 2 of this season, Our Decline. And the question is, if given 5 free tickets, free concert tickets, 5 free concert tickets anywhere in the world, and the artist is already chosen, which 5 artists would you decline to see? And I want to start first, I guess, with Jamon. Who are the 5 people that if the tickets were there, maybe you had front row seats, maybe even somebody was like, yo, the food is paid for, which 5 artists would you decline to see, even if all those things were in play?
All right, well, I'm gonna tell you, this was real hard for me. I got 2 off the bat, but the other 3 I had to really sit down because I mean I like music as in general as a whole, and I'll tolerate something. I mean, I even went to a Kid Rock concert involuntarily, but I went to a Kid. Yeah, but I won't in the front. But I went with somebody, and I sat there and tried to like the music.
Jamal was on the front row. My name is Kid.
I couldn't. I tried to like it, but I
coming by with the bars. He's driving home.
Bang the bang, diddy, said the boogie said up, jumped.
I tried to like it, but I couldn't, man. I really tried. But anyway, I digress. It's
who you went with.
My number 1 would definitely be Marilyn Manson.
Guess he's not going to answer that question.
What'd you say, D? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said I'm curious to know who you went with.
All right, number 1 is number 1 I would say is Marilyn Manson. We'll move on.
Marilyn Manson, okay. Why Marilyn Manson?
He's just too sacrilegious. He's just too, the whole thing about tearing the Bible up and all that. His whole demeanor about being anti-Semitic. I can't deal with that.
Has
You don't want to
anybody
hear
seen?
his rendition of the Eurythmics classic "Sweet Dreams"?
No, I have not.
No, what is that? I
Has
heard.
anybody seen him
He-
recently?
Not
He's been
recently.
off the radar for a while.
Yeah,
Fun fact-
because I remember the time that like Merlin was big, right? Like that was doing the whole for me, I remember it doing when Eminem was coming up and blowing up and because I remember that one song where he addresses Marilyn Manson. But yeah, I haven't heard that version, Fernando, and I'm scared to even ask what
it's the first song that I ever heard him sing. I'm pretty sure. Fun fact: I do have a friend who went to high school with him.
Oh,
it'd be interesting to bring that friend on an episode and ask them about how he was in high school.
Yeah, I know we asked her, and I just don't remember what she said. Honestly,
Interesting. Get that information again.
yeah, actually she's supposed to come back to town in a couple weeks. I'll ask her.
That
when
would
she
be
comes in.
interesting to know.
Yeah.
If there was like a drastic change or something happened, that would be interesting. So Marilyn Manson's number one.
Number one.
And is this a ranking order that you placed?
Oh no. This is not a ranking.
Okay.
This is just 5. Number 2, of course, Tay Tay, Miss Swift.
Oh, I was like Tay. They call her that?
I call her that, and then everybody else responds. So I'm guessing that's in the teenage lingo. So yeah, Taylor Swift.
Why?
I'm just not into the beboppy era of concerts, the teenage swagger type concerts anymore. Fish has been to a few concerts I've been to with me, and you have too, Desmond. Y'all know what kind of stuff I like and what kind of stuff it's not going to really get to me. And I mean, she's talented. Don't get me wrong. But for me to, pay to see her or even giving a ticket, or I'd rather give it to somebody that will actually enjoy her music to the point of, ooh, I saw Taylor Swift. And to me, I'm just like, okay, yay.
Listen, if somebody gave me a free Taylor Swift ticket, I might sell it.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I might sell it.
I'm going. I need to see
going?
that.
Yeah,
I'm
Fernando's
going.
already told us that he was going. I can't do
That's-
it. I'm sorry.
The biggest pop star since Michael Jackson, and it's got to be a spectacle to see.
She don't do nothing for me, y'all.
I don't like her music either.
Nando,
but I'm
I'll
still
let you
going to
have
see
that,
it.
but nah, it's not me.
I don't listen to Beyonce, but if somebody was going to give me a ticket, I'm still going.
Now Beyonce is different.
Yeah, because I listen to Beyonce. I don't listen to Taylor. I
can't. I've not even. You can ask me. I know one song she sang, and that's it.
what song is that?
And that song.
You want to sing it
Can
for
you
us?
say the song? The name of it. The lake.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, you know more words than you letting off on, but
I really don't.
go
I
ahead.
can
What's
tell
number
you.
3?
He's fighting the
But you
urge
know
to
me. I don't know
sing.
words
really
anyway,
is.
D.
Listen, he gonna go off camera at some point during this discussion and be in the background just blasted, just
But
going.
the bad
off.
part is, I be in the car and they come on and
You turn the volume up. Oh, you be tapping your finger.
yeah, the finger be like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what that music's designed to do, right? Get in your head.
Like I can see you in your yellow car right now, and
That will never get played in my
Somebody-
yellow car. Never get played.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe with the windows up. All right.
Number 3.
I'm going back, but this is just the type of music I don't like. I don't think I would ever pay to go see Pavarotti.
No, free.
Free Pavarotti ticket.
Okay.
Opera, I don't do well with opera or musicals. I like The Wiz and stuff like that, but Romeo and Juliet and those type of things, they're just sleeping pills for me.
Okay. Where's that?
Number
3?
4, I would say. Number 4, I said Willie Nelson.
Oh. Really?
I mean, I respect the man. Respect the man wholeheartedly. Not a fan of country. Probably wouldn't go see him.
Okay.
And my number 5.
So Willie Nelson is because you're not a fan of country.
Yeah, but I mean, I really never liked the way he sounded either. He's got that whiny type sound. And number 5, whew, here we go. Sweat.
Who?
Keith Sweat.
Oh, that's who you said, Keith Sweat?
Yep.
Because he whines?
Yeah, that's another whiner. Can't take it. I'll be honest with you. We went to the new edition thing when he was on it. As soon as he came up, we left.
You know they say Blake looks like Keith Sweat.
That's a lot.
Please don't sound like him, Blake. But
I want to show you that I need you, and who can love you like me?
nobody.
Who can treat you like me?
No, hey, who will listen to me now, baby? Nobody.
I can respect that. So
Anyway, those are my 5.
two whiners, opera,
Whiners.
Poppy, and I can't remember your first. Who was your first again?
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
No, that one was Marilyn.
Marilyn Manson. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson.
So two kind of rock stars, country, and whiners and opera. Got you. Okay. And if I know my friend, he is an Elements fan to the core. So my buddy Jamon,
Yes.
Earth, Wind, and Fire all day long. So
Within a 200-mile radius, if they come in, I'm there.
well, you would pay for those tickets. So I
Oh
mean,
my gosh.
yeah.
I'll pay for those heartbeat, no matter where we're sitting. As long as we don't have to leave somebody in this chat room before the music comes on.
Oh, I remember that conversation, that story.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah,
as long as
we
we don't
had
have
that-
to leave before the good songs come on, somebody in this chat room who will remain nameless, but sitting there laughing. So
I don't think they remain nameless because I think we talked about this on an episode.
Have we really?
Yep.
Yeah, we have. I remember us talking about it on the episode.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that story, Fernando?
Yep.
Yeah, we were all on the episode together.
Such a sad day.
We need to beat the traffic.
Such a sad day.
Oh,
I'm talking about as soon as we got in the car, they
start
played-
playing September.
3 of the number 1 hits.
At least you were able to hear it on the way out by rolling down the window.
I'm just shocked that Jamon of all people walked out of the facility without giving any grief or argument.
Well, no, but see, I believe no. What the story was, the following day I had to be on a plane going to Florida, so I did want to beat the traffic and get
Okay.
out of there, but
Okay.
not in the middle of their song and not when they were about to.
You kind of had to weigh it out.
Right, and
I can definitely still make the plane if I stay, but when is it ever going to happen again that I hear these 3 hits?
right. So I'm not gonna say
Elements.
it's totally Mike's fault, but it was a good portion of it.
Mm. Mike just made the statement of leaving before the traffic. You ran with that bone.
Well, no, I told Mike I'm gonna make it up to him. I'm gonna go to a Bears game, and when the score is tied, I'm gonna be like, let's beat the traffic.
Yeah, but you may save me from heartbreak, so that may be a good thing. So
I love it. I love it. All right, who wants to go next?
I go next.
Fish. Okay.
All right, so Jamon, your choices and mine, I have 2 of them. Obviously, Taylor Swift is one. I just never really got into her music. No, have no desire. With Marilyn Manson, I never got into like the Marilyn Manson, and I put Rob Zombie on here. I never really was like a white zombie-ish sort of a person. You know, I'm not really into, you know, like
You like his movies?
element. No, I've never even seen his movies at all. So I would go with.
Wait. What?
I've never seen him.
He's made some decent ones. I'll watch.
So Well, maybe I gotta watch them. I'd have a better aspect of or a better view then. But those two right off the bat. My third one, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of crap on this, especially from my family, from my brother. Fish.
Interesting.
So
I can't stand jam bands.
yes.
Oh,
We're not well. The last I saw my brother last week, and him and I were in the car, and he has Fish on, and this is the same song, and they're playing it for like 38 minutes straight, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, when is this thing going to end? And all they do is they just play the same crap over and over again. So
your family, you say your brother.
by my brother, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the jam bands. I mean, we drove to from Fort Myers to Naples, and the song was still playing. It's a 30-minute drive, and the same song is still going on. So I'm with you, Fernando. I'm not a jam band type of a person, and like he's there at these shows, and he's going to Las Vegas. He's a big Fish head. He's going to all 4 shows. And
they have fanatical followings, man.
Is he still going on tour and stuff?
yeah,
Wow, how old is that man?
Fish.
Fish was there when golly.
Yeah, they're in Las Vegas. They're at the Sphere in April.
How old is he though?
They have a
He's
lot
got
of
to be.
residencies out there. A
Yeah,
lot of people with residencies out there.
I really don't know how old Fish is. What,
I'm gonna look that up.
30?
You said till April?
Yeah, they're going to be in Las Vegas in April.
Okay.
So he's going to all 4, I think 3 or 4 shows. But
So they formed in '83,
wow,
and then John Fishman is 59.
That's not too.
Yeah.
Look, I looked up the age of fish, and they were like, depending on the species.
yeah. So that's my
That's 3, right, Fish?
yeah. All right, so number 4, and maybe this is where I'm going to be sitting and all that. Travis Scott.
Interesting. Is that because of the
Yeah.
the incident?
Nothing to do with his music at all.
It's the incident that happened
yeah.
at the one. What was it? Astro World? Was that what it?
Astroworld.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
It puts doubt in when other people are pushing you forward. So, like I said, that would, depending upon where I'm sitting, but I'm also, I've never been really a concert person. So I would, don't necessarily know if I want to get in that situation where I can
Yeah,
get
that was
trapped.
a dangerous situation there.
Yeah. But like, I guess, are all of the shows like that from what I understand and what I was researching?
I feel like it was only 2 incidents that there was one that was kind of major, and there might have been another one that was kind of minor, but I haven't heard much of anything else.
Yeah. And then I kind of put that as like an asterisk because hey, I'm sitting in.
No, that makes sense. I probably wouldn't go for that reason either.
Yeah.
I saw the Smashing Pumpkins, if y'all know them, in San Francisco,
Mm-hmm.
and it was one of those things where it's an experience like I've never had. Like when the crowd just moves, like you got no choice. Like you're just going with it, right? Because you've got like thousands of people pushing in one direction. It was a weird feeling. It's spooky, scary.
But that's the Smashing Pumpkins, though. Like,
but see, it's just crowd movement, not
it's
like
crowd
moshing.
movement, yeah. But yeah, I'd be inclined to do that at the Smashing Pumpkins.
But it's not a movement that you think. It's completely different.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then number 5, and I hope I don't have to get pulled into this, and probably you too, Desmond. Since We have little girls. But I do not want to go see Justin Bieber or go to any of his concerts.
He's one of mine. He's one of mine.
Yep.
He's one of mine.
I'm dreading the day where Brooke's gonna be like, I want to go to a Justin Bieber concert or whatever.
I don't think Aaron really, I think she watches him, but I don't think she pays attention to him enough to really feel like she wants to go see him.
Yeah.
Or have any desire to see him. So
yeah.
I am thankful for that. But I do gotta watch who she listens to. Because there are some people that I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't be listening to them.
I will listen to Justin Timberlake though. I'll definitely go to a concert by him.
Two totally different Justins, Jamal.
I mean, it's boy bands though. Well, not a band, but you know.
Yeah.
You going to see NSYNC?
Yeah.
I would go see NSYNC.
Bye.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Would you see them for free though?
I would. I would go see them for free.
I can't taste the fact that you're gone.
That's my song right there, man. And Backstreet Boys too. I would go see them.
Everybody.
I just don't want to deal with screaming toddler or screaming children. So, but that is, that's my 5.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't want
Get ready for it, Fish, man. You're gonna have a teenage girl coming to you.
I know.
Daddy, take me to go see.
Dang,
Blah, blah, blah.
I saw New Kids on the Block in concert.
Oh, snap.
At the Oakland Coliseum.
Oh, snap.
I have something. I got a fun fact that y'all gonna laugh at me, but I just within the 52 years I've been on this earth, I found out about a month ago, and tell you something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Blake said 52, Jamal. What?
52, babe. You know I'm 52.
I knew that.
Huh?
I knew that.
You knew that.
I did.
All right, so in the 52 years.
I never knew until a month ago when I was looking at behind the music on BET that Bobby Caldwell was white.
Wait. You didn't find out until when?
About a month ago.
A month ago? You didn't find out until a month ago that Bobby Caldwell was white?
I never knew it.
So you're having these conversations with people that obviously know that Bobby Caldwell is white, and it was never mentioned to you.
But nobody really had a conversation that with Bobby Caldwell other than Jay. He's the only person I really had a conversation about Bobby Caldwell.
And Jay didn't tell you Bobby Caldwell was white.
No.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, Jay is my son, and Jay is a big Bobby Caldwell fan. But even Jay knew he was white.
I did not know. Forgive me.
And Jay only been here for 17 years.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't know that until I saw it was like a Facebook Shorts or whatever, like 3 years ago. Before it was Shorts, it was like a YouTube Shorts or something. And it was like, can you believe that Bobby Caldwell is? Yeah, and I was like, nah, I didn't know.
Well, let me ask y'all this: did y'all know Tina Marie was?
I knew that.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I was going to make sure.
But I'll say that to say this, Fernando, that you said you saw New Kids on the Block.
Yeah.
For a little bit, I thought they were black.
Yeah.
Until I saw music videos.
Look at Blake.
Come on, Blake. Don't front. When they first came out, Blake, you knew they was white. Did you know they was white when they first came out?
I did. Girl, I did.
You did? Well,
I did.
I'm colorblind then.
I wouldn't say it's you colorblind. It's, it is what it is. But I certainly did. But I think it was because I saw them before, like maybe I necessarily heard them. Oh, this is New Kids on the Block. Oh, okay, got you. And then what's his name came out with a solo album. Well, I guess a couple of them did, but I remember Jordan coming out with their solo album a couple of years later, going solo. So, yeah. Did you
Sweet Act
did you know
Girls.
New Edition was black? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Wow.
Mind blown, right? Candy girl.
Hey, that's some
Sorry.
good wife thing right there, boy.
Sorry.
That's funny
Um,
enough. I was playing Call of Duty 2 nights ago, right? And some kid was blasting Candy Girl on his
I
microphone.
I imagine, yo,
Uh,
man. That's when, to me, that's like I oftentimes, and I know we talk about music, and I know my brother Nando always gets on my case because he always says that he would never down anybody for their taste in music. Well, I do. And I have no problem whatsoever. A lot of these new cats, I cannot listen to. I am sorry. Like, I just cannot do it. Like, because I make comparisons to everybody. Like, to me, one of the greatest male voices of all time is Otis Redding. And so when people always come to me and they're always like, well, who do you think now is a great male R&B singer? It's like I can't ever make an argument because I'm always going back to, and that's what I go back to and I listen to. And I also listen to a lot of the older stuff, like the 80s and the 90s. Like that's kind of where my mentality is. This stuff out now, sometimes I often sit and sometimes wonder because my Apple playlist is generally older music.
Yep.
But who's next? Blake or Nando? Or y'all want me to go?
I'll go.
All right.
You want to? So this one, to me, this person is always offbeat, and maybe that's how they're supposed to be. But my daughters have listened to him. Sexy Red. I can't stand it. I can't do it. No, thank you. Toss that in the trash. I can't do it.
Is she offbeat all the time?
Listen to that ski wee song, whatever, however it goes.
I guess because I've never listened to her because again I have a hard time.
Who is that? I don't even know who it is.
Didn't she in the commercial with Peyton Manning?
Is she?
She's in a commercial with somebody. I thought the commercial was pretty funny.
She's got red hair, Jamon. So if you ever look her up, she's got red hair, and she's not your type of music. But so what Fernando is saying is she's the mystical of this generation. No, not mystical. Silk the Shocker. She's Silk the Shocker of this generation.
Okay.
She's rhyming off beat.
Andrea sent me a meme, and it was like a race between Silk the Shocker and the beat. And
Can't see yourself off somebody let me. In fact, if you could, I got money now.
Next one would be Kid Rock. I cannot, just so strictly because of how political he's gotten.
There was a time that he didn't share his. You didn't hear what he felt.
Well, I don't mind so much that part, but when it becomes like your soul, like personality, you know what I mean? When it becomes like that's your only relevance now, right? Your legacy no longer is your music; it's who you voted for. I don't need to listen to you for an hour, 2 hours talk about that. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
And that's gonna lead right into my third person, which is Ted Nugent. I was never a big like rock fan from the 80s, his era, but he's just ridiculously political now. You know what I mean? During his shows, like if you want to do your political commentary outside of that, that's great, but
okay,
I don't need to hear it for 2 hours, like I said.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
What
was that?
Fourth? Yeah, that's 3. My fourth one is going to be Common because he has the worst beats known to man. I don't know who's picking them for him, but it's bad.
I thought you said Nas had the worst beats known to man.
Second worst. The joke is Nas said, "Give me the worst beats you got," and it's like Common already got those, but these are pretty bad too.
Well, I'm gonna be lyrical over top of them.
I like some of his songs, but I just couldn't sit through that for 2 hours.
Come close to me, baby.
I like one song. I like There Are Times.
When you need someone,
That's
I'll
what I'm
be
saying.
by your side.
I think that might be the
Oh,
only
no.
common song I have on my playlist.
And probably one of the few, right?
Right.
I
And,
can understand that. I can understand that. Common. Okay.
I like I said before, I'll go to almost any show, especially if it's free, almost any. But if I'm gonna waste 2 hours, it can't be something, one, that I'm just gonna be bored of, two, that it's gonna hurt my ears hearing it for 2 hours, which would be offbeat singing for sure, or worst beats possible.
So who's number 5?
Number 5 is actually somebody that I've seen in concert like 4 times already, but they've just gone so far off the deep end.
I was about to say, is that the reason why, or is that something else?
No. So they've just kind of they're slightly political now too, but that's not the reason. They've just been, he is mainly the lead singer. So Aaron Lewis is the lead singer of Stained. And he's just gone so far off the deep end. Like, here's an example, right? One of his ex-bandmates in Stained, they just happened to be in the same airport, and he's like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "Oh, I'm heading back home." He lives in California now. He's like, "Oh, I'm just flying home." And then he just goes on this rant. He's telling this story to the crowd. He just goes on this rant about how your home's in Florida. You were born in Florida. That's your home. Like, I was born in San Francisco. If I'm driving somewhere and somebody's like, "Hey, where you headed?" I say, "I'm going home." I'm not saying what you know what I mean? I'm like, why is that? Like, for some reason that just really like hit me wrong. I was like, that's just the most ridiculous thing to be upset about.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna be that petty, I don't need
But
to.
people get upset at the most ridiculous things now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like I said, I've seen him 4 times live. To me, he has one of the best voices. He's written some of my favorite songs that I still listen to this day. But I will never see
We're
him.
not going to see him no more.
Yep. Nope. Never again.
I like the diversity, but I'm sensing a common theme certainly with Kid Rock here. Kid Rock, and I've had 2 Kid Rocks and I've had 2 Taylor Swifts. So Kid Rock and Taylor Swift seem to be big on a lot of people's lists.
Can I add a special mentions?
Absolutely.
I would add Bobby Womack to that list, because although I love the song "If You Think You're Lonely Now," my mom has seen him twice and he refuses to play that song. So I'm like, why am I gonna come see you?
Do you like the KC version of that song?
I do like the KC version too.
He did it justice, I think. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else got any honorable mentions
Yeah, that's
before
my
I get to
honorable
Blake?
mention.
Speak now, forever hold your peace. Blake, go ahead, baby.
All right, I think I got a few.
That sounds like more than 5.
Yeah, he said, "I got this PowerPoint. I'm gonna put up."
You need me to let you share your screen?
Okay, Future is one. Keep going.
Future's not one. I don't even know why you said that. Future's definitely not one.
I know.
All right, so
Future's his favorite artist of all time.
definitely Taylor.
Okay. Taylor's on 3 lists.
I'm gonna say Eminem.
What? Okay.
Yeah. Eminem. Let me see.
Why Eminem?
Because I don't listen to him like that.
I guess
there's a lot of people I don't listen to. I'll still go
I
see
know.
him.
It's just not something that I go out my way to hear.
I guess for me, it's all about, as long as he's not singing about killing his mama anymore, I'm straight to go here. Because I almost feel guilty hearing that, right? Like
I'm not your therapist.
I don't want to do this to my mama, but okay. And be singing, "I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to hurt you." This don't apply to me. You're like, what? But go ahead. So So Taylor, Eminem.
Kanye,
Did you say Kanye?
yes.
Okay.
Um,
Why Kanye? Is that recent Kanye?
it's recent Kanye.
Okay.
So college dropout, Kanye, you're going.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Shoot, I go college
yeah.
dropout. What late registration? My beautiful. When did he get to the point? What album was that?
I don't know.
I don't
Life
know
of
either.
Pablo? Maybe.
Maybe right
Maybe.
after that.
Yeah, I think so. All right, so Taylor, Eminem, Kanye.
Taylor, Eminem, Kanye. This might be a little bit controversial. Really don't want to see Beyonce.
Okay. I don't think that's controversial. I think it's you. I don't think yours is going to be as controversial as the one I said, because I feel like y'all are going to be like, what?
And I don't want to see Drake. So that's it.
Who?
Last one.
Drake.
Oh, he's one of mine.
Yep.
He is
Oh,
one
Drake.
of mine. Interesting. Why Drake?
I don't think he should be as big of an artist as he is right now. He shouldn't be that big.
Okay. We've had conversations about him.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like
I feel about him.
this stuff is mediocre for real.
Okay. I feel like if Drake had existed during the infamous East Coast West Coast battle, Suge Knight's whole statement would have changed. If you don't want a rapper singing all in the video, harmonizing all over the beat, come to Death Row Records. Okay. What about Beyonce? Again, you said it was controversial, but what about Beyonce?
Nothing in particular, just more so I just don't feel like I go out of my way to see her.
Okay.
I'm sure the show will be good, but I'm good
Understandable.
with her.
Because her show would be up there in line with, like, I guess Nando said, Taylor Swift's, as far as kind of, I guess, complete.
It's like a spectacle, right? Like
Yeah, it's like a spectacle. But I get what you're coming from. Like, cause for me, as long as I like the music, like, you could literally be sitting in a stool and I'll be okay if I like the music and I like the artist. I'll be cool, because I saw J. Cole like that. Like, Cole came out and he just sat on a stool and was just performing in songs. And I was cool with that because of the fact that I like Cole and I like the music. So I wasn't expecting him to do anything different. But I get where you're coming from. I can respect that. All right, y'all ready for mine?
Yep.
All right. In no particular order. My mom's gonna hate me for this. But first person is Kim. I can't stop loving you. I can't help myself. I get so sick and tired and I'm annoyed by his voice. So much so. I can't stand him as an artist. I wish he would go away. I wish Vibe 100 would stop playing his music. I just cannot stand Kim at all. Not saying that I don't like that type of music, but Kim in particular gets on my nerves. Number 2, Taylor Swift. She's been said by quite a few here. Taylor, simply because I can't stand Taylor Swift. It has nothing to do, again, I said, visually appealing or not, I cannot sit 2 hours just to hear her sing about all the relationships that she's been in and all the boyfriends that she's broken up with and not think to myself, you seem to be the problem. Number 3 is Drake. I am not a Drake fan whatsoever, and I just can't get behind the fact that my rap artist is now singing over the melody singing over the beat, singing over the hook. So I can't go for free to see Drake. Number 4 would be Kid Rock. For the same, I guess, reasonings that you all have said. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I was a big bar with the bar, the bang, diggy, 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 said the boogie set up. My name is Kid. Like, I love that song. But again, to the point of the matter that he has gotten so political now. And I truly feel like, again, like Fernando said, like the whole point of any show that he would do moving forward would be to give you some kind of speech about his beliefs or what he feels. And I'm not there for that. I'm not there to pay to hear you talk about what you feel. I came to a performance. Number 5 is the most controversial pick of all time. And I want the hate. I want the slander. I want y'all to attack me. I'm not going to see Chris Brown. Boom. For free, for pay, for nothing. Nothing. Nah, I don't like nothing new Chris Brown and put out.
Have you talked to Andrea about this?
Huh?
Have you mentioned this to Andrea?
Yeah, she know, and she done got on my case too, bro. She done been on my case about it, along with a couple of other people that have been on my case about my not wanting to. Listen.
I'm the same way.
Huh?
I'm the same way with Chris Brown.
Well, I always say, listen, the point of the matter is, yes, he got classic, well, he got hits or whatever you want to say, but I'm not like, and I think he could put on a good show, but I feel like I'm going to spend most of my time watching him dance across the stage and not necessarily perform any of the music. And again, if I want to go to a dance show, I'll go to a dance show. Right? Like, that's just me. Like, I'll go watch a dancing piece, a dancing competition, Dancing with the Stars, something with dancing. I'm not going to watch Chris Brown perform anything. Sorry. Blake, give me all the smoke. Come on.
No, I don't like him. Only like 2 songs.
Blake, give me the smoke.
I'm not, because I already do this. I'm gonna let you have it.
Okay. I thought that was gonna be the controversial one because I know some people that's gonna be watching. Andrea, it's gonna say something.
Oh, you know, she's gonna say something to me as soon as we get off here.
It's gonna say something. But that's just it for me. I can't. That's my 5. There are probably some others, probably some honorable mentions.
Give us one honorable mention.
The Beach Boys.
What? Oh, come on! I'd have to go. Brian
Beach
Wilson,
Boys.
I gotta see him. I
don't get me wrong. I love some of the Beach Boys music, but I don't think that I could actually just sit in there and just listen to it.
That's a good point.
If that makes sense.
If it's for like an hour straight, I don't know if I could either. Like, but
yeah. So
I would at least make partially through it.
So I'm thinking concert wise. If I had to sit for at least 2 hours or so and listen straight through, I would probably at some point say, yeah, I got to go.
Like, as soon as they play one hit, at least I heard that, I'm out.
Exactly. Like that would be for me. Like, I would hear that one hit and I'd be up there and I'd be
right.
And then every song after that would almost sound the same, and I'd be like, it's time to go.
Can I make an honorable mention too? And I don't know if it's actual, but like, you know, some of those pianos that just very, very slow, and you know, those sort of concerts. I know, like listening to Beethoven or something like that. I don't know if I can do a Beethoven show like that.
Somebody who plays like a Beethoven medley,
but just like, you know, lulls you to sleep.
That's Pavarotti.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know if y'all remember, but I'm sure Jamon, since we're closer in age, will remember the infomercial that would come on with Pavarotti late at night trying to sell you CDs.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Exactly.
Definitely would put me to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can identify that Taylor Swift seems to be a reoccurring thing.
It is almost a consensus.
Consensus.
Yeah.
And I think the other consensus seemed to be those artists that not necessarily because of their political views, but because they are so political now that it would take away from the whole spectacle of a performance, seems to be the other consensus.
My other honorable mention would be Fernando. You remember GWAR? GWAR?
I've seen Guar.
Yeah.
I heard
You seen
about those
them, Chris?
shows.
I've been in the third row of a Guar show.
Are those shows like they say they are?
It wasn't what I expected, but it was definitely a spectacle. It was pretty crazy. I didn't know anything about Guar when I went. They told me about the shows and their history on the drive to it, which was like 2 hours. This was back home in California. There I go. And it was pretty crazy, but it wasn't like, I don't know. It's not as bad as I expected based on what they told me it would be.
Yeah, that's my honorable mention though.
I'll set the scene for you. So like, do y'all know GWAR? All of y'all?
Yeah.
They're from Richmond.
Yep.
So I'm sitting there just waiting, you know, I think I was like 19, 20, something like that. And Jacques Cousteau, like at least a guy dressed as him, comes out with this big, like crazy puppet head. And he's like saying all this stuff in French. And then he just starts yelling GWAR. And the lead singer runs out with his sword and chops his head off and squirts blood everywhere. All over my white t-shirt. I'm like,
You know, is everybody in the
third row?
Is everybody in the crowd dressed up too? Kind of like going to like a Kiss concert where
when
like,
I went, no, not everybody was just normal.
See, I was about to say, are they reminiscent of like Kiss, like where there's the dressing up? Because I've
they
heard of
dress
them, but
up
I've
in
never seen
costumes,
them.
right? And like they're supposed to be like aliens, basically, and it's a persona, right? Where Kiss is like, you know, Gene Simmons is Gene Simmons. The lead singer of GWAR is not. That's not his name. What he goes by, I can't remember off the top of my head. You know, and it's like huge spectacle. Like they brought out this giant like puppet thing, and they were just feeding women into it. You know, and it squirts out this fake blood as they're singing these songs, like women
Blake
from the
looks
crowd,
fascinating.
right?
Blake looks fascinated. He was
It was
smiling
crazy.
hard.
Like I'm talking to my friend, and while the song's going on, and one of the band members just takes this bucket of something and just throws it right in my face. I was like, "What the fuck?"
That would be
It's
weird.
just colored water, but still, at the time, I'm like, "Come on, man!"
I ain't paid to come and you emulate
Right,
people throwing on me.
right. So it is. I wouldn't go again. I'm glad to say that I've been though.
Okay, that's what's up.
Would you
Blake,
go
did
see
you-
Kiss?
Yeah, I'd go see Kiss.
I'd go see Kiss. I mean,
I don't know
there are
that
a lot
I would
see.
want to stay the whole time because I heard that they can get kind of long-winded.
I can understand that.
Blake, did you have an honorable mention? Fish, did you have an honorable mention?
No, I didn't have one. Can't think of one right now.
Okay.
Fish gave us the piano like classical.
Oh yeah, he showed up did
and
put you to sleep.
I saw like in like 5th grade, I went to that Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. It was more of a musical. Those aren't really my thing either. The music.
Get used to it, sir.
I don't know.
I feel like
Yep.
I feel like Blake would say anybody that's not Future.
Not that.
The 5 best rappers in the world.
Future,
Future,
and
Future.
We chose Dylon.
Dylon recently came out and said, I don't know if y'all saw it. I know I sent it to. Did I send it to all of y'all? Or did I just send it to Fernando and Blake? Dylon recently came out and said that the reason that his career kind of fizzled out was after the Dave Chappelle sketch where he said the 5 hottest rappers are Dylon, I spit hot fire. That Dylon came out and just recently said that was part of the cause for his downfall.
Yep.
And I would argue that Dylon was the cause of his downfall. If anything else, Dave Chappelle made Dylon relevant at that point. by even mentioning him. But this was fun. Anybody have anything else that they want to say? Because I'm sure we could go on and on. We could mention artists that we would like to see, and maybe that's another episode.
When we had that music episode, I think we went like an hour and a half, and we probably could have went another hour and a half.
We showing up did, bro. We showing up did. All right, well, so with that being said, that concludes today's episode. Are there any closing points from the fellas? I guess my only closing point would be that, you know, here on the Man Experience, obviously we have Fernando, we have Fish, we have Jamon, we have Blake. They will certainly not down you for your musical taste, but I will. So keep that in mind. We'll see you next time. Have a good one. Hey.